Crazy God story. For years, Christians in America have been talking about revival and praying for revival and wanting to see revival, and God is bringing it in a way none of us expected. Since the death of Charlie Kirk, there has been a spiritual wildfire in this country. Regardless of what you think of Charlie Kirk, it is undeniable that we are seeing God do something in America that we have not seen since the Jesus movement back in the 1960s and 70s. In the book of Acts, when the Apostle Paul went to Philippi for the first time, he met a group of believers down by a river, and there was a woman named Lydia, and it said that God opened Lydia's heart to receive the things spoken by Paul. Right now, that is happening in America on a massive scale. On September 10th, the day that Charlie Kirk was unalived, social media became flooded by videos of people saying, like, I don't know Charlie Kirk, I didn't know much about him, but I can't stop crying. God is stirring something up in me. And then over the next few days, social media became flooded by people saying, look, I was atheist or I was agnostic, and I felt compelled to go and get a Bible and read it, and now I've dedicated my life to Jesus. And then this past weekend, social media became flooded by people saying that they had either never been to church in their life or they hadn't been to church in years. And this Sunday, they were going for either the first time or the first time in like 5 or 10 or 15 years. And then social media has also been flooded by videos of countless Christians that are saying, I've been living lukewarm and I refuse to do it any longer. A lot of them have massive followings on social media and have been using their social media platforms for whatever content they want. And they have said, I'm not doing that anymore. From now on, I'm going to be dedicating my content to Jesus. One of them is a guy on TikTok named Dr. Jordan Whitley. I don't know if I said his name right. He's got 1.8 million followers. He's a chiropractor for humans and animals. He's been making content on that for years. And he came out and said, I'm going to start making content about Jesus. That means 1.8 million people that are following him that have not been hearing the gospel from him will now start hearing the gospel from him. There's so many things that we want to see God do. And often the way that we want to see him do them and expect to see him do them is not at all what he ends up doing. And that's what's happening with the revival in America right now. In John 12:24, Jesus said, unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains a single grain of wheat. However, if it dies, there is much fruit produced. As horrific as the death of Charlie Kirk is, that's what God is doing through his death. There is a spiritual awakening happening right now, a spiritual harvest. And if you're a follower of Jesus, it is time to get on board with it and look for how you can get involved. And if you're new to the faith, I want to encourage you to start reading the Bible, starting in the Gospel of John, and find a good church to start going to. I can't wait to see where this thing goes.